All right. Thank you for hopping on, ladies. Sorry for the delay, for the technical difficulties. So we're going to get started. So tonight we're going to talk about all the things that you need to do and all the things that you should know in order to kick off this next challenge, which is 30-day breakaway, and how to accomplish finishing that 5K, right? So that's the idea behind this program. So once you're done with the 30 days, it will prepare you enough to be capable to run a 5K. So a few things. Number one is, I'm just going to cover like the basic things that I don't think anyone here is new. So, but if you are, or even if you're starting this new challenge on Monday, make sure that, you're weighing yourself again, because then that way is going to determine you calculating where you land and if you're using the ultimate portion fix, right? So that's important that you weigh yourself so that you can recalculate your container system. Your measurements are super important as well, and your pictures. And all of that is important. Why? We all know this is because we want to make sure that you are gauging your progress, not just on one measurement, but on all the measurements, right? On all the things. Pictures, front, back, side. I know this is a repetition for many of you guys, but if anyone who's watching this that's new, it's not going to be for them. So use the same outfit that you're going to use at the end of the 30 days, right? So make sure that you remember that. The measurements are your bust, your waist, your hips, your arm, the bigger part of your arm, and your bigger part of your thigh. Also, if you go into quarantine units, you're going to have videos there that walk you through all these things, how to take the proper pictures, right? How to take the proper measurements so that you are able to do this on your own. I would weigh myself the morning, maybe that Sunday, this Sunday coming up, or Monday, the morning of. And the way you want to weigh yourself is you go to the bathroom, you empty out, and then you weigh yourself. Also, remember that you want to weigh yourself around the same time every time you weigh yourself, and with the same clothes as well. I don't use clothes because I feel like, accurate weight is nothing on. So, feel free to do that. All right. Anyway, so those are the basic things. What else? So let's cover the preparation is important, right? So you guys being on this call is preparing yourself for, yay, I see runners here, so I'm excited. So basically, preparing ahead of time is so important because you want to make sure that, you know when you're going to do your workout so that you don't leave it to chance, because if you leave it to chance, chances are that you're not going to get it done. So schedule it, schedule your workout in, especially the runs, you guys, right? So for me and Jorge, it's going to be a little complicated because we both can't go out together in the morning to run because someone has to stay with my mom and Matias. So, we're going to have to take turns. I have to coordinate with my sister. So it's going to be like this whole thing for us. So for many of you guys, you can get your run in right after because you have someone who will stay with the kids, or, vice versa, whatever. So make sure you schedule it. It's an important meeting with yourself. Make sure that, you view this as, if your boss put something on your calendar every single day, you wouldn't just cancel it because you didn't feel like attending, right? It's the same thing. Don't cancel this workout with yourself. It's so important so that you make it happen. Meal prepping is important. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I'm not going to go deep into the meal prep, the nutrition, only because we've gone through nutrition so many times, but I want to show you where this program falls under. However, if you are new to to our group or to our nutrition system, then obviously ask your coach and they can tag you on the appropriate video so that you can, you know, follow that video in terms of what nutrition program you want to follow. But going food shopping is important. Schedule that. You know, what I tell my ladies is go on Saturday, for example, food shopping, so that you don't feel like you're doing everything one day and then Sunday you meal prep, right? If you're meal prepping, you're not going to have any issues throughout the week where you're hungry. One of the things Idali said about this program is that you're gonna be so hungry. You're gonna be so hungry because not only are you weightlifting, you're running, right? So you are going to be starving all the time. So if you are meal prepping, you're not going to come home and be like, oh my God, what do I eat? Like, what? Yeah, no, right? So make sure that you're taking the time to do that as well. Water intake is important. Half your weight in ounces. Make sure that you're doing that. Resting is so important. Rolling is going to be so important, especially for, I mean, for everybody, but especially for, you know, us newbies. We have to roll when she, you know, puts it in the calendar, but also, you know, if you need the extra time as well. Resting is important to heal our bodies. So make sure that you're doing that. It's so important because when one, you know, any of my challengers says to me, Gabby, I'm doing everything 100% and I'm not losing weight. 100%. And then once I start digging, it's not 100%, right? So make sure that you are eating all the containers. That's 100%. That you're drinking all your water, that you're resting 8 hours, right? That you're drinking, that you're maintaining you're trying your best to maintain the stress levels down, because all of that, you guys, takes effect on your weight. So make sure that you are taking that into consideration. All right, so I'm just gonna share my screen to go over some things, and then we're gonna open it up for questions, but we do have some runners on the call, so I'm excited about that because we can ask them questions. All right, so, oh, I just watched this. So here is the program. The program obviously was recorded in both languages, so whatever you feel most comfortable listening to is what you should follow along, you guys. So you want to go, obviously the workouts are under workouts. Program material. I'm going to open the Get Started guide, which is very important. All right. Okay, so I want to mention the rainy day cardio. So Jorge and I tried it out today, and she recommends that obviously you do the rainy day cardio if you can't get yourself out to run, whether that is weather conditions or, you know, circumstances, etc. However, for the beginner calendar, there's going to be 3 calendars. For the beginner calendar, I believe most of the weeks we're only running 3 times. Okay, so she recommends that if you have to do the cardio, that you only do it twice in 1 week and get, you know, at least 1 run in. Why? Because she feels that that cardio is more taxing on your body than an actual run. So make sure that, you know, that you take that into consideration whenever you're scheduling those cardios or those run, okay? See, rest day, rollout day, those are so important so that we don't get injured. All right, so as a newbie, right, the RPE, you guys, rating of perceived exertion, if you've never heard of that before, why is this not scrolling? She is going to tell us RPE, and then we're supposed to know how to run or walk. So, make sure that maybe at the beginning, you print this out, you try to understand what the RPEs are so that you are not lost when she tells you what RPE you're supposed to be following. So RPE 1 is sitting or standing and active, all right? And then it tells you whether, how you're breathing and whether you're able to talk. RPE 2 or 3, fast walk or easy jog, all right? RPE 4 to 5 is base, moderate run. And then RPE 6, 7 is a fast run. And then RPE 8, 9 is speed work intervals. And then 10, all out sprint. All right, you guys? So super important, because if you're not a runner, you probably have never seen this. I'm not a runner and I had never seen this. So this is so helpful. This is so helpful. All right. All right. Gear up, proper running shoes. If you don't have your running sneakers, you still have an opportunity to get them. We start running on Monday, so you better have them by Monday, all right? Running shoes and working out shoes are different. If, so that you know the difference, you're gonna have to switch into your running shoes. All right, and then you're gonna have, everybody here should already have their dumbbells, their appropriate dumbbells. Loops are coming in your pack. Many of you guys already have those, and foam rollers. If you don't have one, get one, you guys. All right. Also, learn the essentials. So important that you take the time. This is the time to prepare. There's videos by Idalis. They're short. How to run. It sounds silly, but if we think that, it should be easy, but she's going to teach us how we should be moving our arms, how we should be breathing, etc. So how to run, make sure you are watching that, get moving, and an introduction to the nutrition program so that you can choose which path you're going to take, whether 2B mindset or the ultimate portion fix. The introduction to nutrition supplements, super important. The energize, the recover, the hydrate, the recharge, all of those are going to be so essential for you to, have results. All right. And obviously Shakeology. All right. So downloading your app, obviously you guys already have that, but also so that if you're running out, you can listen to her speaking to us. What else? Once you register if you're on this call, I assume that you already bought your pack or your accessories bundle, etc. On that email, there's a link that you can register if you want to run, and then it's a week long where you want to run with Beachbody, all right? Because Beachbody as a company is also doing a 5K. So, we all got that email, all right? All right, and then I talked about that already. And then there's space here for you to take your measurements the day before you start and then the day after the race, all right? Let me go back. I'm gonna close this. I don't have a lot of open things. Oh, wait, sorry. I wanted to show you something. On one of the calls, I heard Idalis. I must have misheard her because I could have sworn she said that this was high intensity. It's moderate. So when you are figuring out where you land for ultimate portion fix, this is calculated under moderately challenging, okay? So moderately challenging, so that when you are calculating, you know which calculation to use. So that's super, super important. And then programs. I'm just going to go there really quickly. And then all those videos that how to run, all of that, you're going to find under the workouts. Those are all in there. I just want to show those of you. So if you are following the ultimate portion fix, you're just going to go obviously to the nutrition center. And I passed it. Okay. By the way, if you don't follow Alana Molson on Instagram, you should. She has the best recipes, and obviously a lot of them are, I want to say 99% of them are vegetable recipes and super simple, and they look delicious. So, you know, make sure that you're following her. All right, so I just want to show you how to calculate. So you're going to go under, you know, Ultimate Portion Fix, go into Program Materials, and then scroll down where you see, you have meal plans. Okay, you're going to go to Module 3, right here. And then calculate your calorie target, Ultimate Portion Fix container plans, so that once you calculate your target, you can come in here and say, okay, I fall in plan A, I fall in plan B, you know, how many containers do I need? And then the food list is here. Let me open this for you guys really quickly. My mouse is weird today. All right. So here is the moderately challenging workout. So you take your weight, your current weight, okay? Then you multiply that by 11. That's going to be your caloric baseline. You're going to take that number. You're going to add 400 calories. That's going to be your maintenance. So if you don't want to lose weight, that's where you stay. But if you want to lose weight, then you're going to subtract 750 calories, and that is going to be your calorie target. All right, you guys? So once you figure out where, you know, the amount of calories that is, you're going to come back and you're going to go to where I showed you. And you're going to come under Ultimate Portion Fix plans, and you're going to just look at your plan. So let's say you fall on plan B. You have 4 greens, so 4 vegetable portions in one day, 3 fruit portions in one day, 4 protein portions in one day, 3 yellows, which are your carbs, 1 blue, which is your healthy fat, 1 orange, seasoned dressing, and then 4 teaspoons. So that would be everything that you should be eating. So if your number was 1650 calories, this is your plan. If it's 1900, whatever, then plan C, all right? And then if you keep scrolling down, there's, you know, more plans at the bottom. Right there, D, E, and F. And then whatever goes into those containers is in here. All right, so I'm gonna stop share. Okay, all right. So that's, I'm just gonna cover the food like that because I think everybody here is good with it. But if you're new, remember to ask your coach and they'll be more than happy to break things down for you. All right, so any questions, you guys? I know that we have Vanessa, we have Wendy who run. We can ask them questions if you guys have any running related questions that you may want answered. Everybody's ready? Or anything that maybe you guys, Wendy, Vanessa, may want to share so that everyone is prepared for Monday? Anything that I might have left out as a non-runner?
I have a question. For me, it's gonna be hard to be going out because the kids have school really early, and plus I have a baby. And you mentioned that for the beginning running, for the beginners, to do two rainy days and then one cardio at least, or one running at least. But can I do 3 of them? Do you think that will be a good idea too?
I'm sorry, Matias was talking to me. What was the question?
Um, okay, so you mentioned 2 days cardio for the rainy days or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot do that. Can I do the 3 days and you think still will be effective?
She doesn't recommend, is what I was saying. You have to do what you have to do, but she, as the trainer, as the creator of the program, does not recommend for you to do 3 days of cardio because she says it's too taxing on your body. So what I would do is that I would try, to maybe arrange with your husband so that you can get at least one run out. Maybe on the weekends it's a little easier because the kids are not in school. I'm not sure. But just following
The
from
thing is that,
her instructions.
yeah, the thing right now is that the air quality is being really bad for the fires right now going on in California. And I've been trying to get a treadmill or whatever it's called, but I don't know how to buy one. Like literally there are so many options out there, and then the reviews are like not helping too. So yeah.
I know that she also mentioned, I don't know if it was on our team call, the National Wake Up Call, that she was going to write a blog about how to choose a treadmill, because she says that she didn't want to give incorrect information. So maybe look under the Beachbody blog to see if that's already written. But if you go to her page, she probably has some things saved under her highlights. Okay. Yep.
Gab, so
Yeah.
this is a Monday to Friday workout and then Saturdays and Sundays off?
No. What? So
I haven't really looked at it, so.
no. So it here. Let me show you what the. So there's gonna be 3 calendars, you guys. Let me share my screen. So I know that, for example, today, is a day off, like completely off. Hang on. I need to move this. I don't know why my screen is. See this? Mm-mm. So, for example, I know that Monday you're working out and you are. Hang on. I'm gonna have to stop my share and do it. Okay, here we go. I just want to show you. So I was saying, so there's 3 calendars. There's the beginner's calendar, and then there's the advanced calendar, and then there is the time crunch calendar. And the time crunch calendar is basically, it's going to be like 20 to 30 minute workouts. So one day you're running, the next day, you're lifting. You're not doing both of those combined like the other calendars. So that's why it's time crunch. So you're doing either 20 minutes of running or 30 minutes of, or what is it, like 20 minutes of weight lifting and then 25 minutes of cardio or running. I'm going to show you. It's just that my computer is always so slow. All right, here we go.
Can I chime in for a second?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to share my
For the days that we're running anyway, initially, it's probably not that much time anyway, right? It can't be more than 30 minutes, especially for beginners. Right?
Who is
so
this?
it's Vanessa, one of the Vanessas.
So you're running, so you're lifting for 20 minutes, about 20, 22 minutes, and then you're running for 20, 22 minutes. So you want to allot, even for a beginner, you want to allot anywhere from 40 to 50 minutes a day.
the actual whole workout itself, but being
Yes.
outside.
No. You're running
like 20
even for
minutes.
the advance. You're only running for like 20, 25 minutes. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm sharing. So I'm going to show you guys the calendar that's already there. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, okay. So this is what it looks like, you guys. So see, day one, your total body strength, and then you go out and you run. And then day two, you do weightlifting, and then you roll out. And then day three, you do both again. You do weightlifting, and then you run. And then on Thursday, you're off. And then you do both again, and then you're off on Saturday and Sunday. All right, but then it depends. You see how it fluctuates. On the next week, we're running 1, 2, 3 days as well, but we have Wednesday off instead of Thursday, and then we weightlift on. So it really depends. But you're gonna have 1, 2 days, 2 full days of rest. So we're working out 5. I hope that answers your question, Martha.
Yes, it does. Thank you. I haven't looked at the calendar yet, but
Yeah.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, so this is the beginner. The advanced one rolls out, and the time crunch, from my understanding, it rolls out on the 19th. But because I know that the time crunch, you're only doing one or the other, you would have to, decide, I'm going to weightlift today, and then tomorrow I'll go running. But eventually it'll, launch the following Monday.
I have a question.
Yep.
So this is for my running friends. Do you recommend that we drink water on the run? So when I did the sample, I was dying. In terms of like my chest feeling like it's on fire, and I know that's normal, but I'm also nervous like catch a cramp from drinking water while on the run. Granted, Rose is not going that fast, but just a question.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. Yes, so you get, and my sister knows, if you can get a belt, what you want to do is you want to literally take sips, just a sip. You're not taking a gulp, because you can choke. You're like trying to breathe and swallow. So usually what you do is you take a sip, you consciously know you're gonna swallow. So take a deep breath and then swallow, because you don't want to take a sip and then you start happen to. So you want to take a sip, hold it in your mouth. When you're ready to, breathe, take a breathe and then swallow it. So you're just taking a couple of sips, and I usually do every mile or every 15 minutes, because you want to hydrate. You don't want to, especially when you start, you're so into it that you forget to take a sip, and that will literally hydrate you. Oh, suddenly you feel more energized. Right, Wendy? Go ahead. You can say something.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I always, even if it's a short run, I always have, I use the Hydrate. I love the Hydrate. I think it's perfect for running. And so, like my sister said, you're not drinking like how when you're working out and you can take 3 or 4 sips, you're just literally taking a few sips. Cause she is pushing you. She's doing those speed intervals. And so in between that, when she's telling you, okay, take a walk, now you can, either a fast paced walk or jog, that's when I would take a sip and then, do it throughout, because I'm assuming that as we're going along with the workout, we haven't started it yet. She's going to push you more and more. So you want to make sure you're hydrated.
Thank you, sisters.
Can you guys talk a little bit about clothing in the cold weather for
Yes.
people that
Cold
live?
gear.
Yes. So you kind of want to layer up because what happens is when you first start running, and I've done it. I've trained for marathons. I'm not a fan of running in the rain or in the, but I'll do it. So you want to start off. My recommendation: you have to keep your core warm. If you keep your core warm and your head warm, you're gonna actually be warm. So, what I would do, well, in the winter, I would actually, how they sell those belts to put around yourself, like to kind of help you, make it, like sweat more. So I would put that. I would put a full piece sports bra, like a full tank. And then I'll put that over. And then like I have one on now because I'm going to work out. I would have this. And then I would buy like a dry wick little coat. Because what happens is like a jacket. When you start running, the first 10 minutes, you're going to feel cold. And I would say get gloves, right? But I'm the type of person that I sweat really fast. So I can't keep the gloves on. So I would keep it on for a little bit and then put them in my pockets. But once you do that, as long as you keep like your head covered, even in the fall a little bit, like a headband for now, you will stay warm, believe it or not. Because after like 10 minutes of running, you're like, oh, I'm dying. It's when you slow down that you feel cold. Because suddenly now you're cold because now you're sweaty and now you're cold. So when it comes to the clothing, dry wick. Cotton is the worst. Do not do cotton because you will chafe. That's when the clothes gets wet and it's rubbing against your skin and you don't even realize when you're running, but when you take a shower, you're like, ah, because now you get all these little rug burns all over your body. You're like, oh my God. So that's my recommendation. Dry wick.
And I also told them, Sissy, about getting the cold gear. Not really right now because we're in the fall weather, which is nice. I love running now, yes. But when we're doing the 5K in November, like it's going to fall towards the end, like Thanksgiving, it's brick. So I recommend like getting like the pants that are cold gear. I know I have a pair and I was telling them that you can get them at a decent price in TJ Maxx. That's where I get my stuff, and Marshalls. And it'll say on the tag like either it says winter gear or cold gear. But that's like towards the end because if you're planning to run that the 5K during the time that Beachbody wants us to run it, it is going to be very cold.
It is, especially if you run in the morning. In the morning it's going to be like 40s, and then there's some certain clothes that actually tell you the temperature. Like they'll tell you, this is for 40 degrees to 60, so then below, like if you're true runners that want to run out no matter what, below 32. So then, that's heavy, but they're thin, but they're warm.
Right.
So you can look at the tags and they'll tell you. But, you could tell, like right now, actually I went to Marshall's and I bought my husband, it's his birthday today, and I bought him some workout gear and they already had some stuff. I was like,
good.
Okay.
Good. I want to go this weekend.
This weekend, they already have, as long as it says dry wick, because that's what you want. You do not want cotton. Trust me.
Good info.
You don't want cotton.
Thank you guys. That's very good info.
Yes.
I need to get one of those belts then.
They have it at Marshall.
Yeah.
Everything, and it's good quality. It's just cheaper. Like I bought stuff for $14.
So you said a sports bra, and then that, and then it's. What did you say?
Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you my collection. Hold on.
Please.
All right. So.
Hang on. Let me make her big. I want to make her big. I'm sorry?
Question about the clothes.
About what?
The clothes. You said we need to look for dry. It has to say dry quit. Actually, was at Marshall. Looking at it, but it's really thin. If that really works for the cold then?
So say that again, Christina.
I look at the clothes and I saw some of them that says dry. What do you mention?
Dry weave.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they are very thin. But it doesn't matter. That really keeps you warm.
It doesn't matter. No, because it's the material. What happens is the dry wick. What it does is it absorbs the sweat and then it lets it dry off quick from your body. What is bad is the cotton will absorb your sweat and stay wet, and that's when you chafe. So that's what you don't want. You don't want it because cotton that's good for to stay warm, but not for running. So you want something to absorb your sweat, but at the same time dry off quickly. So they're really good quality. They're thin, but the same thing with socks. Actually, there's running socks, because sometimes the same thing. The bad quality socks, so they have double layer. So
that's a good one. I forgot to mention that to them. Mm-hmm. Socks are important because
you're especially, once you might get once you start running, you get kind of like the bug. You're like, oh, it's good. But then you start to feel your feet, and even your feet change. The way you start to land your feet and everything once you go outside. So sometimes the sneaker that you got, like I went through a couple of sneakers until I found the right one. But as you're practicing and running through the sneakers, you might get a blister.
Yes.
Just from like the way you were running, you know, sometimes it's the sneakers. So you want to get socks that have a double layer. I'll say running socks, because this way you're not chafing, you're not getting your feet blistered. But you know, it all depends. When you're starting right now, you're not going to. That's when you start running, like once you start really running, like 2-3 miles out there, you know. But okay, so the clothing. So let me show you.
Yeah, let me put you on big spotlight. Show us.
Oh my God, don't mind my room. Okay, I'll turn the camera around. So let me show you. All right, so, okay, sorry guys, hold on. Let me can I turn my camera around? Yeah. Okay, here we go, sorry, don't mind my bed. All right, so these pants here, so like Christina, see they're thin, but these actually are winter ones. These will, if you go inside, you can see the material. It's a
Yes,
little,
I have those too. Like fleece,
That's
a little
good.
bit of fleece.
A little bit inside, because that's what keeps you warm. So these are like my fall winter ones. So they're thin, but they're warm. Same thing with this. So this is what I would wear. So I would wear like a tank, like we'll wear like a tank, you know, not taquito, like a tank. And then see how the inside is?
Yeah.
This is warm. So, but this will get you hot. So I usually tend to put like, I'll layer up. And this is my winter one. This is when I run outside, like in the cold. I've had this for years. This is great from Nike. See, it says ThermaFit. This says ThermaFit. So that's for winter. So see, but
Wow,
they're all,
that looks thin.
it's thin, but it's warm. Trust me, because you're gonna get warm. You're gonna get warm right away. Hold on, let me turn the camera over. You're gonna get warm right away.
Okay.
Like within 10 minutes. You're gonna be like, oh. And like I said, the other thing you want to do is a headband. So as long as you have your core and your head covered, like even the headband, you're not going to feel cold. You're not going to be as cold because you're losing a lot of heat from your head.
Okay.
So you want to keep the heat in. And the same thing with the core. You keep your core, and I learned this because I used to run with the Backcountry Track Club. And as long as you keep that warm, you're not going to feel cold. Believe me. You maybe the first 10 minutes, then once you warm up, you're like, oh, you're good. I'm like, I feel good. You keep running.
And how about with the gloves? Is it special gloves too?
They do have some, but no, you can have like regular gloves. They do have some gloves that they have like, you could put stuff inside, but no, you could do regular gloves. I would just say, like I said, I usually try to keep, because of me, I tend to get sweaty. So I know that for me, the gloves are for the first 10 minutes because then I'm like, it's itching to take them off. And I usually put them in my little pocket because, you know, this way I can keep my hands like this. Some like coats like this have at the hands. So look at this over here. Some of them have where you can put your finger through. Let me show you. See? So what happens is,
Yep.
I'll show you. So I'm going to put it on. So see, hold on. So like this, see how my hand is? So you can have gloves on, but if you like, it bothers you, you could just keep it like this. So sometimes I would run like this, as long as you can, and you don't want to make a fist, but you kind of want to keep it warm. And once that is, that's fine. But like they come like that because that's what usually you need for like the winter.
Right.
This one, the same thing. This one has little holes there for your finger. That's for that reason, because even with the gloves, you get hot. But
yeah, I didn't wear gloves until like we did like the turkey trot in New Falls, which was like 20 degrees. And when we did the 5K in what was it, in the city, the Blues, whatever, it was cold. But other than that, you don't really need gloves.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly.
And guys, remember that in your pack, because I know Vanessa mentioned, get a belt, but we're all getting a belt with our packs.
Yes.
So, so remember that. Any other questions, you guys?
Here's another one.
Abigail, I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Abby.
Oh, sorry.
So you mentioned Beachbody has a thing where you can register for the 5K.
Yes.
Do we register with them now or do we wait?
So we can all choose a date together, right? so that we can all, so like if we're near each other, we could do it together. We can, you know, choose a location. And then, you know, so let's say, I don't remember the dates, but it's November something. So we can, and it's a week long, so we can decide it's going to be on this day and we can all register for the same day. But yeah, we can register now because it's already, the link is already, you know, live. So we would just need to together decide whether we're going to choose a location, where. Also, maybe we can even do like a virtual 5K around that time and register for a real race, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, I can't
I
hear
mean,
you,
I
Wendy.
could suggest.
I hear your lips. I see your lips moving.
That's what Rudy and I were saying. So for those of you who live near us, we were suggesting, my sister, I think Vanessa agrees, the Sawmill Trail is the best trail to run because it's flat. For your first 5K, you don't want to do the hills just yet. Maybe for the second time you do it.
Now we
So there's a Bronxford Trail that we go to, but that has a lot of hills. Not a lot of hills, but it does have inclines. So the Sawmill Trail in Yonkers, we go to the entrance. What entrance is that, Vanessa? Anyway, it's flat. And you could literally like run 1.5 miles and back, and then, you know, you would hit your 5K. So for those of you who are near, we could all meet together and, you know, start out together.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, so then if for something like that, then we would need to choose this, you know, the same day so that we're all
Right.
registered the same day. So we can definitely, let's try to plan it, Wendy and Vanessa, and then this way we can, we can, you know, give the date so that everybody can go ahead and register. Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for asking that question. Anyone else? Questions? Vanessa, you want to show us something else?
Yes, I was going to show, because you guys were asking, so I'm like pulling out my stuff. Hold on. So like I said, for me, the most important to keep warm, especially if we go through the end of October to November, it gets cold, like 30 and 40. 40 is cold. So I'm going to show you. So like this belt, all this they sell in Marshalls, not expensive. You see this?
Yeah.
It comes in different sizes.
So at what temperature do you use it? At 30 degrees?
This, I would say 40, yeah, between 30 and 40. When it starts to hit the 40s, it's cold. It's cold. But this, if you keep this around, you put this around yourself, this will keep you warm. This, and then, so I would put like the tank top, like a regular, you know, tank top, and then I'll put this, and then I'll put this over. So I'm layering. And then I will put my jacket over. So if I really got hot, I could take the jacket off and I still have my long sleeve, you know, but my core is warm. Same thing with the headband.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. That goes against your core, or that goes on top of your tank top?
So this you want to put, so what I learned is that you don't want to put this on your direct skin.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. So if you have like a long tank top, you know, like a, you know, a working out one, let me show you, like one of these, I would put that first. So this, for example, I would do this. I would put this on and then just pretend, and then I would put this over.
Got it.
Like this to keep my core warm.
Yep. That's
important. Then I would put my long sleeve shirt on. Just pretend this is long sleeve. And then I would put my jacket over.
Gotcha.
So my core is warm. If I get hot, I could just take my jacket, wrap it around my waist, like tie it around my waist, and I still have my core still warm. Same thing with the top. I would wear, this is my, where is it? Let me see if I find it. My like fall one. My fall and spring, we have this. This is a regular little headband. But for the winter, I have this. See the difference? It's thicker. They sell it at Marshalls, Target. This goes around your head. And as long as you can cover your ears and your head, you're fine. You're not going to get cold.
Awesome. Thank you. This is so helpful.
Thank you.
Yes.
You guys are all going to be runners. Yay, Vanessa. We're going to have a troop of people. Like, we're going to do all the 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons.
Listen,
many
moons ago, my sister was like, "You're crazy, Vanessa." Many moons ago. And I was like, "You're going to run with me." And I'm like, And the same thing with my sister-in-law.
True story. My first 5K, I'm actually going to post that tomorrow for Flashback Friday. My first 5K ever, I did with my sister in 2014, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
the Divas 5K. And then I redid it with the team in 2017. But my first one ever was in 2014. And I said I would never run because she used to run all the time. I was like, I can't run. I don't want to run. Then it became like something more mental, and it just feels good. You guys will see once you go through the program. I think, though, honestly, this program is going to be in a whole different level because actually Rosa tagged me on. She did a post yesterday on IG, which was really good, Vanessa. I'm going to tag you on it. And she had one of the people that were in her coach test group, who's a runner, talk about the fact that when he first joined the coach test group, he was like, I've done marathons. I've done 12 marathons. I've done X amount of half marathons. What is this program really going to do for me? And he was humbled because even though he was strength trained, he never did it at her level. Like, you know how she's doing the RPEs? He didn't train like that. And so she had him on yesterday, and he basically was like, when I first did the 5K after I did the program, and he followed the basic calendar for the first time. He said he went from doing like a 7-minute mile to like 6:11 from doing her training. And he said he was humbled because she pushes you with the strength training and everything. And then yesterday he did the program again, but he did the advanced calendar, which he said was taxing. He said it was a lot of running, and he actually, did a PR. He did 6:06. And so he was like, this is a person who I've done long distance. I've done 12 marathons. He was like, so this program is everything. So she's taking it to a different level.
I'll tell you why because I did it last week. I ran. I think the difference is this, because what happens is, unless you like join a club or you join a group, like I used to be part, like I said, I call it in track club. And this is before I had kids and everything. I used to go down there because I had the time. And then you have the coach there and you train. So what I like about this program is that she's in your ear. So it's like having a coach. Right. So I do this once a week. So every time I did it once a week, I did get faster. I did, because they're pushing you. Because when you're on your own, you're not going to push yourself. You're not going to go 5, 6. But when you have somebody telling you, okay, go. And she's good at pushing you. So it's like you have your personal coach.
Right.
So I will guarantee you, if you listen to her, you will get faster, because it's like having somebody there. Tell me, for someone who runs, and I've done like the coach, that's why I always tell my sister, I wish I could go back, but to go to my running club, but it's too much for me right now with my 2 kids and working. But now with the program, having her in my ear telling me what to do is like having a coach with me the whole time, every time I run. So that's why probably that guy got better too, because
that's worth $1 million.
And a lot of people are saying that from the test group, a lot of people are saying that it's like if she's pouring all this belief in you, it's like personal development, basically, so it's like that, like it's how you're describing it. It's like, she's our coach, right? She's gonna be coaching through this, so it's very personal.
I'm excited.
Yeah, she'll tell you things like, come on, push yourself, come on, only 30 more seconds. And in your head, you're like, yeah, I can do 30 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. And you're like, whoa. Yeah. And then you wouldn't do that on your own.
Right.
Many miles. And I'm like, easy run. But with her, I'm like, oh, no.
Right.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Wendy, I think she left, but maybe we can answer it and then she can, I can tell her. Are you doing the time nutrition with this?
I don't think so. I think because of all the running that we're going to do, I'm not going to limit myself to certain, I'm going to follow obviously the portion control, but I don't think I'm going to do the time nutrition. I think that, and I've always said this to you, Gabby, when we've been training for a race, like I have to up the calories. Even though we're not training like that here, I do feel that because she's pushing us with the strength training and the RPEs, I think I'm just going to follow the portion fix as long as I'm getting the containers in. I'm not going to worry too much about matching them up just yet. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, Andy. I agree.
No, yeah, and she said that you get more hungry, right? I mean, you've always talked about that.
Yes.
You go up in
listen.
your intake. So can you imagine running and weightlifting.
Exactly. And let me tell you, yes, you will get very hungry, very, very hungry.
I have
Yeah,
one
she's going to
last
be pushing you,
question.
so yeah.
Since you guys were talking about stores, which ones do you guys recommend for running shoes? I Google into my map, but it just gives me like random stores that I don't think they have the right person or trained persons to help you with your shoes.
You have to Google, it has to say, it has to be a running store. So you would have to Google local running store. And they're everywhere. Just not like a Modell's or not like a, you know, one of those Dick's Sporting Goods, like not those, like an actual running store where they have people that are knowledgeable, that they have a treadmill there, that they're going to show you the different sneakers, that they're going to look at your feet like that. So I don't know where you're in California. There has to be. So you're just gonna Google like local running stores, and you know you could even call and ask like I'm looking for running sneakers. Like find out if they have like do they test you? Do they allow you to test it on the treadmill? And that's how you'll know.
Yeah, they usually have. That's correct, Sissy. They usually have like they'll say like Runner's World or this like this in New York is Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit is basically a runner store. So the people there that work there, they're actual runners and they know how to test out the foot. They know what to look. They usually have a treadmill that you can get on and you can try as many shoes on. You don't have to feel, because you have to be able to know how to land your foot, because you don't want to get blisters. You want to be able to have the right shoe. When you go to Dick's or you go to Modell's, even the Nike store, like the Nike, they're not running stores. They're just, accessories. They sell all types of sneakers, but they're not running stores. So when you just Google runner store, for running sneakers, and you should get something like that.
Cristina.
Sí, tengo una pregunta. Sorry, we're doing English. A question about the nutrition. When you mentioned that you probably don't gonna do the time nutrition, but you still recommend having the shake before we work out or even go out for a run?
A pre-workout? Yeah, I always do. I've always, and even when I've trained for, the 10 mile, the easiest thing for me, and I know my sister does it a little bit different, but I drink Shakeology. I make my shake, and that's what I use as my pre-workout. It just gives me the energy. It goes right in. It's not heavy. But when you're because guys, remember, you're also not running a lot of miles. If you were running a lot of miles, you may want to add a carbohydrate to it, like a piece of bread or peanut butter or something like that, right, Vanessa? But we're training, but you're only running for 20 minutes, so you don't need to have anything heavy. But I would say you do want to have something in your system, so I would recommend like Shakeology.
Yes, I'm gonna be honest. Before I did Beachbody, whatever, I used to do a slice of toast. Like everybody's different, so everybody's body is different. You have to it's kind of like a test and run to see what your body will react to, Christina. But I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. It cut off. Okay, so I would have a slice of toast. And I personally couldn't do peanut butter because peanut butter is heavy and I feel like I was burping that when I was running. So I would almond butter, and almond butter actually works. So I would have like a toast because it's that carb that you need. But like my sister said, that would be if I knew I was going to run like 6 miles, like 3. But now since I've been doing even MBFA, because as some of you saw me in the summer, I would run. The Shakeology was good, like because it would go in, it wasn't heavy. I would do it right before, and then it would still give me the energy. I personally, you have to fuel yourself.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. Are you saying
I have an empty stomach, and you're not going to push yourself as hard because you're going to be on an empty stomach.
So you're saying don't go out on an empty stomach.
Don't go out on an empty stomach.
But should you be waiting, 20, 30 minutes or no? Yeah. Just like what we used to do with 80 Day Obsession.
Yes.
Drink and go.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I mean, depending, because when we did the sample workout, it was strength training and running. So I drank the Shakeology anyway before.
Yeah, right.
But I'm assuming if it's going to be just a running day, I would still do it. I would still do it like at least 20 minutes before, you know.
But I recommend, let's say you like, for example, me, let's say if I do my workout in the morning, but I can't run but I'll run in the afternoon, and I can make a shake. I'll have like, for my car, my yellow, I'll have like a piece of toast, like I said to you, with the, because it's it's better than nothing. It's something.
So then you eat the toast and then you go.
Right.
And drink some water. Or like maybe one of the beach bars. You could have the beach bar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Something to kind of give you a little energy.
Right.
You got it. That's good. Oh, that's good advice. I have a question. So Wendy, you're still doing the pre-workout even if you're not doing the Time Nutrition. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
That's something that I learned from Time Nutrition that I will do regardless if I guess when I mean Time Nutrition, I may not be pairing them all up the same way.
No, I understand.
But I will forever, I think, follow the workout block. I think it's super important. And that's something that I feel really takes into your body. So yes, I still do the pre-workout and I do the post-workout meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Me too.
I may just not be following the exact containers.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, me too.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, I've tested it both ways. I've tested it like not just get up and go. And then I've tested it where let me eat something or have Shakeology, and there is a difference. I was like, oh, I need that energy. There you go.
That's so good to know. Awesome. Any further questions, you guys? Or anything else you ladies think we should know? Any other advice that we didn't cover so that we can cross that finish line?
I would say the first week, because your body is in a machine. Your first week, just like exercise, you're going to be sore. Even from running, you're going to be sore. You're gonna be lifting, so definitely roll, because you're going to because you have that lactic acid in your muscles. So when you roll, you're kind of breaking it all out, and it's going to. And then even the next day, you're like, oh my god, like a brand new person. You're like, wow.
Right.
So yeah, rolling while your muscles are like right after a run, you could just quickly roll. So you can get, I'll show you. You could get a roller or you could get a stick. Yeah. Hold on.
I think they're coming with it, right? They sell it too.
They
Gabby?
do sell it if you want to buy it. It's like 20%
But
off.
you can. Yeah, you can get a good, like, honestly, you know, for us, you can get it at Five Below for like $5.
Yeah, no, here you go. Here is a roller. And here's another one. Either one of those. This one is good if you want to like lay down on the floor and you just sit on it and you roll like this on your leg. Pretend this is my leg and you're going like this. That in itself with your own body weight is breaking everything. This is if you just go like this and roll on your leg and roll behind on the back on your hamstrings. You want to do the back. All that.
She has videos too, like roll videos or whatever she does it. So we can follow those as well.
Yes, that'll be good, because then you won't be as sore.
Right.
There's all that lactic acid in there.
And one other thing, guys, it's important even if you do like a 3-minute stretch before you run. Like I say active stretch, I mean like I'm like doing like lunges like that a little bit right before you run. It's good, because you don't just want to, especially if it's just a running day and you haven't done the warm up, right?
She has a separate one though for warming up.
Okay, so perfect. So you could do the 5-minute warm up. It's important, I feel, when you're going to hit the pavement.
No, that's one of the things that I picked up from Jorge. The 2 times he says I ran with him. He would be like, no, you got to stretch. And I don't know. I didn't know anything any better. I would be like, come on, vámonos. And he would take his time and stretching before. So
Rudy yells at me because I'm like, let's go. And he's like, you got to stretch. But it's true, because then you don't want to get crampy. So
I just want to add also, after you run, you want to.
Yes.
A lot, including me, runners, we forget to do that. Because you're like, you're done, I'm done. But you just want to kind of stretch your hamstrings, stretch your quads, the basic ones, because you're warm, and that's the best time to do it, right after. Like,
She has a cool down stretch, I think, too.
Yeah. She definitely prepared this program for success. So I'm excited. And I'm excited that you guys are telling us all the techniques, all the advice, because we're gonna need it,
Vanessa, we could start the Westchester Running Club.
I'm done for real.
That's it. We got all these people on the call that are
I
gonna
know.
join us.
You know what? I honestly, guys, I don't mind. I love it. I said to I was the first runner in my family in a sense, and now I have my sister-in-law. Because it's something that it's like your own me time. And then once you get they call the runner's bug, it's like, oh wow, you go out there, and now, like I said, I can't run as I used to, but I still do it because it's my me time, and I love to run outside in the fall. I'm like, oh, the weather.
Beautiful, yeah.
Let me find out after 30 days. Let's check in.
Right.
I'm like, come on, Gabby. Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I'm out.
I ran from the Bronx to Mount Vernon to when my niece was about to be born.
She sure
Wow.
I did that trail. I did all the way from Co-op City, all the way, not Co-op City. City Island, from Throsneck to Mount Vernon. But I was also training, so it was 9 months. I went all the way up there to her house.
Dios mío.
But it was a good one.
Go ahead, Cristina.
Okay, my final question. You talk about the water to get a belt, or maybe we can use that pouch thing that they're gonna give us from the packet. Obviously, we're not gonna carry 5 gallons of water, but
No.
The little things that you can carry, where you put it, what type
Yeah,
of
you have to
body
get
would you
a-
put it on?
You have to, if you want to do that, you have to get a belt. Hold on, let me see. You can get it
Put
again.
it like in the back, on the side, like where
No, you put it.
for you.
It comes in like a belt, so it's like these little things.
Mhm.
And let me see if I can find where's my belt? Un revolú que yo tengo aquí.
Let me see.
Where you got that? Like Five Below?
No, you got to go to a running store or
I'm done.
yeah.
Okay.
No, Five Below. You're definitely not gonna get that. That shit will break in 2 days.
Yeah. No,
Five Below.
Yeah, I'm gonna show mine. Here's my
That
belt.
shit will break in a day. You go, Vanessa. Show them. I can't find mine.
My belt. So this is the belt. Now, of course, I've gone through many belts because I carry my phone. So this now fits the big phones.
But it's the side. Show them the sides.
So I'll show you. So these are the bottles.
There you go.
This carries, I think 10 ounces. So
Yeah.
I'll put this, you could put hydrate, I put, and you carry. So usually if it's a short one, I just need one. But if I'm doing a
Right.
long one, it
Oh,
comes with,
I'm done.
Yeah, mine has two. Mine has two too. Yep.
yep, just like
Yeah.
Oh
that.
my
And
goodness.
then, so I'm going to show you, hold on. So here I put my phone, my keys, whatever. And then in here, and my sister knows about this, this is when you're running long.
I told the girls about the running gels.
This is energy. This is very natural, energy chia, all natural. And this is basically after 30 minutes of running. You guys we're not gonna go, but because I run long, I do
Or
30
15 minutes before.
or 15 minutes before. So yeah, they have all different flavors, and I take
When
That's
do you
the good
drink
one.
that again? I'm sorry.
That's the energy gel.
it's an
I
energy
know, but when do you drink that? When?
15 minutes
during.
before.
Or
15
during.
minutes before, and then during the run every 30 minutes.
See right here.
That's if you're
See?
running the distance. Tell me.
So I would say hold on.
30 minutes.
I would say it's not so much the distance, the time.
Time.
Yeah.
Because typically you're losing electrolytes, you're losing a lot, sweat.
So anytime you're running above 30 minutes?
If you're running between 30 to 45 minutes or
Okay.
longer, that's what I'm saying. We're doing 20 minutes, so we're not gonna need this.
Need
But
that.
if you're running longer, you start needing this.
You might need that for the race.
I'm gonna
Yes.
need 2 of those.
For the race.
They come in chocolate, they come in all flavors. They're good.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much. Seriously, this was so helpful. I'm
Bernie-
going to put it up so that anyone who missed it, this was so informative, seriously. And thank you, Vanessa, for going into your closet.
And let me tell you, ladies, Vanessa is a wonderful coach. So if you guys are serious about running, she can give you all the cues and even how to hold your hand, how to breathe, everything. She'll
Oh
tell
my
you
goodness.
everything.
We should
Yeah.
definitely try to plan something. Maybe even like try to get together, once like on the weekends, Don't be trying to
Yes.
kill me though.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Like I said, the running videos from my dad. I've learned for running for you don't want to do this. And my coach made us carry a Pringle between our hands, and we could not break the Pringle. That's how soft you have to have your grip. So I had, the
Oh, wow.
Pringles chips. I had
Yeah.
between hand running. This is when I was running in New York City. And she goes, you better not come back with that chip full. It will not break.
Oh, wow.
So this, you don't,
I get
you
it.
don't do nothing. So don't worry, I'll bring Pringles. You gotta be careful.
Right, exactly. Forget it. This just got serious.
Get ready. I got good tips. I got good tips.
Exactly. That would be awesome, though. Thank you. Seriously, if we have questions, you guys know who to reach out to. Vanessa and Wendy are our go-to people. Sorry, guys. But this is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on. And then I'll put the recording on for those who had to hop off or for those who didn't make it. But thank you, ladies. And let's do this 30 days, and then we'll be running a 5K together. So I'm super excited.
Excited.
Have a great night.
Good night, ladies.
Bye.